Well, maybe you've seen him in USA Today or on NBC's Dateline. He's a wilderness survival expert who lives what he teaches. With the 12 News safety team, I met him in the mountains near Prescott to do this special report and learn the hard realities of what it would take to survive if you ever get stranded alone out in the cold. Another cold night is coming on. It may not look like Cody Lundeen is dressed for it.
When you stop moving, you're going to feel it.
But he's used to living outdoors. I'm not.
So never, ever take winter for granted.
If I got stranded out here, what would I need most? Clothing or food?
Then you take the food, you're a dead man.
Okay, what about water?
Water is a bigger priority because it regulates body temperature. But again, it's not as critical as shelter, as clothing.
But how do I build a shelter out here?
If you have a nice rock like this, you throw a loose framework up and just big mats of pine debris, I can whip one of these out to save my life in less than an hour.
The next challenge is crawling inside.
You know, obviously it's tight quarters, but that's the whole idea, is to minimize the space so you have less space to warm.
Lundeen showed me a simple way to know if I'm getting too cold too fast.
If you can't touch your pinky to your thumb, you got to start thinking about getting warm, one way or another, because if I lose my motor dexterity here, my mind is next. So fire is going to be your ally out here. And these pine needles are wonderful here. They're blaze orange and they contain resin. They contain combustible resin.
Pile them with twigs and dry grass, like a tiny hollow shelter. It'll be easier to light.
This is a scenario I like to put to folks. If you don't get this fire lit with one paper match, you're dead.
Lundeen showed me how to get 2 chances with 1 match.
Gently split it down and pop that head, so now we have 2 tries. You know, 4 or 5 seconds, boom, it's done.
Luckily, that's all I needed.
If we have enough fuel, even if it's snowing and we can keep this heat base going, this is life itself out here.
And to learn more about wilderness survival and Cody Lundeen's Aboriginal skills, you can find them in Prescott. You can log on to our website at 12news.com. Now, Cody showed me some simple survival tools you can have in your car, and these are things that you could just pick up at a store somewhere. Like this. This is a survival blanket. It's like a big piece of aluminum foil. But if you wrap this around you, Janine, it'll hold in approximately 80% of your body warmth